Salute, 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 and welcome to the Real Big Fruit Podcast. I'm your host, Big Fruit, the Michael Jordan of recording, also known as the voice of the streets, but better known as the glue, because I like to keep things together and keep them in a proper perspective. How y'all doing out there on this Monday evening? This is another surprise. I popped back out. Y'all know I was working over the weekend. Shout out to Miz, you know what I'm saying, a.k.a. Miz Pincushion. And shout out to Mario Machete. You know what I'm saying? I bring y'all two classic interviews. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoying them. You know what I'm saying? They spinning right now. And I'm going to be bringing y'all another banger. Shout out to the homie Shaquell. Yeah, the big homie Shaquell, 4 Greens Fighters, Brooklyn. Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got the big homie Shaquell pulling up to the platform real soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm working. And I'm popped out tonight because today is the 25th anniversary of the passing of the one and only Big Nut, a.k.a. Nicholas, a.k.a. Tito, a.k.a. Ivy Peanut Davis. You know what I'm saying? Today is the 25th anniversary since his passing. So I popped out to celebrate the life of Big Nut from LG. You know what I'm saying? That was the homie. I got stories for days and days with Big Nut. You know what I'm saying? It's bugged out because me and Big Nut go from elementary school, PS 270, fighting at the after school center, wearing sheepskins together. He had the gray one, I had the blue one, break dancing and popping on cardboard downtown Brooklyn in front of McCory's and Mays and shit like that. Wearing the windbreaker suits that used to break the whole suit down into the pouch. You remember that shit? Used to break your whole suit down, the top, the jacket, all that, and put it into a pouch. Yeah, we went back to those days, elementary school days, to learning how to play ball in the Sullivan Smith tournament, to balling out to the point where we made our public school PS 270 create its very first basketball team where we competed against other elementary school. We did that together. Like, that's how far back me and Nut went. Not realizing that our childhood would take us from elementary school to Midtown digging pockets to DFY doing juvenile bids together, bumping heads on Rackett's Island, to even being in the same New York State prison at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Never thought our lives would go in that route. Never thought one of us would be here and the other one not no longer with us. You know what I'm saying? It's been 25 years. You know what I'm saying? I spent the majority of that time in the can. You know what I'm saying? I was gone when that passed, and I remember exactly where I was when he passed. I was in Shawanga Correctional Facility on my first go around because I was there twice. I was there on my first go around, 2000 summer. Summer was hot. Summer was hot back home in Lafayette Gardens and in Bed-Stuy. Summer was hot. Big Head had just touched down and shit was going crazy out there. And I remember sitting in the day room in Shawanga watching the TV. And they flashed Nut face on the TV. You know what I'm saying? Getting hit at the Club Indian shit. I remember, man, it was mind-blowing. You know what I'm saying? It was mind-blowing. But I got memories of Nut, man. Nut was a funny dude, man. Nut was a funny dude, man. Word, Nut was a funny dude. Nut had a rap, son. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be bigging Nut up, but Nut had some bullshit with him. Nut had a rap. Nut had a rap for taking motherfuckers out to Baltimore, Maryland, and leaving them out there. Yo, word to mother, son. A couple of niggas from the style fucked around and went out there with Nut and got knocked off. And we ain't never see them dudes no more, son. We ain't never see them no more. Rest in peace to Big Nut. I'm sipping for Big Nut tonight. Yeah, man. Mel, Prince, a couple of homies, son. Niggas got knocked off in Annapolis, Maryland, fucking with Nut. Nut was a funny dude, son. Nut was a funny dude. Shit was hot back in the projects for Nut. Shit was hot in the projects for Nut. Notion Avenue niggas was looking for him over a pistol or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was looking for Nut. Rumor had it. Bush was looking for him. Him and Bush lived in the same building. Shit was crazy, man. Nut was coming through, gripped up, creeping. I was laid up in the hospital, stabbed up. You know what I'm saying? I was bent up bad. Tubes all in my nose. draining poison out my stomach from the fucking dirty ass knife. I was bent up bad. I woke up one day in the hospital, nigga nut was standing over me. Arm full of roses and flowers and shit. He paid phone, TV. Start running that shit on. Yo, son, look at you, man. You need to come to Maryland with me, man. Fuck the projects. Ooh, ooh. Now, I'm laid up in the hospital at this time, I was laid up in the hospital maybe a month. Shit changed in the New York minute. So a lot that went down in that month. I'm sitting in the hospital with this nigga. Whole lot that went down. I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? All I know is niggas in the hood keep wetting up that motherfucking store every night because the niggas stab me. That's all I know. I don't know nobody else's business. I know the young guns is out there letting it loose. You know what I'm saying? Shooting that corner deli up every day, every night. So Nut has some shit going on, but I don't know this shit. So Nut like, yeah, man, we get out the hospital, come get with me. All right, shit, I'm gonna fuck with you. Like a dummy. Me, my boy Sleep, you know what I'm saying? We fucks with the nigga. I come fresh out the hospital, go see the nigga. Yo, listen, we gonna rock out. I tried to get my cousin D Nasty to roll with us. Nut was like, nah, D Nasty ain't gonna get money. D Nasty gonna get out there, see all them chicks. D Nasty, nah, we gonna take Sleep and Sleep only. All right, cool, we take the nigga Sleep. Shit went left out there, man. Shit went left out there with the work. The work was in the crib. 1 minute, next minute is missing. My shit at that. Nah, son, what the fuck is going on? Like, yo, don't worry about it. Now, he balling at the time, too. His weight was up. I'm fresh out the hospital. Wound still open. Cleaning my shit, passing my shit up every day. He like, yo, I'm going to go back to New York. I'm going to get some money out the bank. I'm going to cop some more weight, and I'm going to come right back. All right, cool. Like a W. All right, cool. Nut breakout. He take the nigga Sleep with him. I'm sitting out in Maryland a little too long, son. 1 day turning into 2 days. 2 days turning into 3 days. Now I'm blowing up the jack. Yo, what's up, man? Y'all see this nigga? Niggas like, yeah, that nigga Nut out here. Him and the nigga Sleep and the nigga Sean. Them niggas walking around with the 3/4 Pele with the belts on and shit. Nigga chilling. Nut on his Harlem shit. I'm like, what? Nah, this nigga bugging, son. I'm like, I'm on the first thing smoking. I come back to LG. I get gripped up. Yo, I'm going to get this nigga, man. I got to fire this nigga. Me and this nigga running to each other in the project, son. We have a straight standoff. Son. We must have threw about 50 shots. Between the two of us, we must have threw about 50 shots broad day, like 2 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon, son. Thank God nobody got hit, nobody got hurt, but me and that nigga let it loose, son. That was a legendary bang out with the stupid ass nigga Nut. That nigga Nut beat me for that work, son. I'm telling you, son. Nut beat me for that work. Word up, son. Nut funny nigga. Word. We had a bit, and the funny shit about this shit is we had to bang out. We had to bang out, and we didn't cross paths again until Racket Sound. And when we crossed paths on Racket Sound, son, it was LG Rock on, son. And we didn't even mention that shit. As soon as we saw each other, we was like, yo, what up, son? Yo, what up? Yo, you good? Yeah, I'm good. We was on a visit. We held each other down and made sure each other made it off the visit safely. And we never talked about that shit ever again, son. Word, son. We never talked about that shit ever again. Fucking Nut. Nut was a funny nigga, son. Word. Nut was a funny nigga, son. I read it to the homie Prince from the Bronx and Clinton. What? I read it to, 9-5? Yeah, I read it to the nigga 9-5 in Clinton. I ain't seen Prince since like 9-1, 4 billion. I run into the nigga Clinton. He like, yo, shit, that nigga Nut, ooh. I think the niggas was in Big Hill or some shit. He said, yo, this nigga Nut running around lifting all the weights in the yard, running down on the visit with gators and coochie sweaters on, bagging niggas chicks on the visit. Son got niggas into a riot in the yard, and the nigga went home. I'm in Clinton now. I'm like, wow. I said, yeah, he had a new Lil' Kim video. Word, 9596. Word the mother, son. That nigga Nut was a funny dude, son. That was my guy. Son. You know, I got stories about Nut when we was young. I got stories when we was teenagers. I got stories, yo, when we was in DFY, son. I rolled up in Highland. 89, like September, around August, September 89. Around this time, I rolled up in Highland. Around this time, Brooklyn Mo was there and shit, and Nut was there. I got there. This nigga Nut was the biggest motherfucker in the jail. They was calling him the BMOC, big man on campus. This nigga was huge. I told that nigga, I said, yo, the counselors had to give you some roids, nigga. They had to give you some roids. Your growth spurt was too Hulk-like. Like, what the fuck? Yo, son, this shit was crazy. To this day, I still chase that nigga, son. I can't catch him. Yo, that nigga Nut was crazy with it, son. And he was like 15, 16. I couldn't believe it. And yo, he got into an argument with the counselors. And they had these big plastic tables in the fucking dorms, right? And we was in the units, single in the rooms and shit, not the cottages. We was in the units, the fake secure building. Yo, these niggas can't go to the cottage. We got to keep these niggas in the building. That was us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the group home gang. Shout out to Brooklyn Mo, my boy Los, aka Carlos, aka KC, my boy Pito, aka Vashawn Sullivan, Luke Shy from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? My boy Beretta from Queens. You know what I'm saying? My boy damn, what's her name, man? What's her name? Damn. What's her name, son? My boy Lil Shy, aka Alpha Tar Stewart, and rest in peace, little fucking Alpo from Queens. You know what I'm saying? We was thick. We was thick in that spot, son. We was thick in that spot. But the nigga Nut was the biggest motherfucker in there, right? And he got into a beef with the counselors, and the nigga Nuts went to bang on the table and split the whole fucking table in half, son. Them counselors was so motherfucking scared, son. Now, mind you, we in the units. Like, we supposed to be secure niggas. They was so scared. They was like, nah, we got to get him out the unit. Put him in the cottage so he could calm down before he go home. Word, son. Nut shit was crazy. Yeah, Nut was a funny nigga, son. Word. Nut was a funny motherfucker, son. Word to mother, son. And when I came home from Highland, right behind him, like 5-6 months later, he showed me love, man. He was the first motherfucker to give me a couple $. Just before he started hustling, he was still in Midtown. Word. He was still in Midtown. Because I came home from Highland. I went there in the 89 summer. I came home. Yeah, I was home 45 days fucking with Pretty Boy Star. And we ran into the nigga VJ. Got not fucking with Pretty Boy Star. But I was home 45 days. Word, don't laugh at me. I was home 45 days from Highland. March to like April or some shit. March to May or some crazy shit like that. But when I came home in March, Nut was still in Midtown and Nut showed love. A couple $, clothes off his back. Yo, here, son, get right. Me and Mid, he keeping money in my pocket. Then one day he was like, yo, I ain't going to Mid no more. You ain't going to Mid no more. He's like, nah, I'm hustling. He started fucking with Shy Born, and the rest was history, son. And the rest was history. Nothing didn't look back once he started fucking with Shy Born on the hustling shit. And that's 90. So 9-1, Nut was doing what he do. 9-2, I caught my case or whatever. He was in and out of jail on bullshit beefs, bullshit cases. I ran into him in 9-3 to Cash Shaggy, going into 9-4. He got back out there like 9-4, 9-5. 9-6, he was in the Get Money video with Lil' Kim. And from that point on, I don't have no more stories about Nut because he was like a myth. You know what I'm saying? From 9-6 to 2000, he was like a myth. You know what I'm saying? He was balling out of control, doing what he do. And all I know is he was moving the crowd. He was moving the crowd, man. Everybody was, that's when he was Tito. I didn't know Tito. I knew Nicholas, but I didn't know Tito. So like from 9-6 to 2000, that 4-year run, he was Tito. And from what I hear, Tito was balling. Tito was balling. Tito was doing his numbers. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the big fella, man. Rest in peace to the big fella, man. Word. Nut was, you know what else? Nut was a funny nigga. Nut thought he could rank on niggas. Nut thought he was funny. Nut used to like to rank. That's what we used to call it, ranking on motherfuckers. Nut was a funny motherfucker. He should like to rank. Yeah, Nut get drunk. He liked to rank and shit. Nut thought he was a comedian. Word. Word. Fucking nut. Nut got a few kids out there. They grown adults and shit. I remember them nut. They ain't have none. None whatsoever. Word. Yeah, man. Fucking Ivy. Hell of a guy, boy. He was a hell of a guy, son. He was like me, man. I'm not afraid of the lights, but Nut was one of the motherfuckers who loved the lights. I don't give a fuck about the lights, but I ain't afraid of them. You know what I'm saying? I answer the bell, but Nut the type of nigga, he want to ring the bell. Word the mother, son. Nut loved the lights. Word. I remember he forced us, yo. He straight deboed in the. It was like 5 of us. Me, Nut, Black Reds, Johnny B, Butter, Johnny C, bunch of us. He deboed the whole crew and made us do a motherfucking breakdance show in front of the school. We all had to wear all white hat, white shirt, white pants, white gloves and shit. We was out there popping and all that stupid shit because Nut says so. Word, I remember that shit, PS 270. We had to be in like the 3rd or 4th. We had to be like in the 4th grade. Word, we was outside though. We was outside because we was downtown in front of Maze on that motherfucking cardboard, spinning on our necks and our backs, and Nut used to spin on his head and all that shit. Word, we was getting to it. Tips was crazy. Then we would go to Young World and boost starter jackets and shit like that. Yeah, son, we was outside. We was outside. We was outside, little bad motherfuckers downtown, watching all the jostlers and hustlers dig pockets, pickpocket back then. That's what they used to do. It was a right next to Young World. It was a mailbox. Remember back in the days, you'd be mailboxes on the block. It was a mailbox. And when you come out of Young World, you see all the motherfucking jostlers out there and shit. Jostling and shit in the wintertime, jostling. And when they pickpocket something, they bust it open, take the money, and they used to always take the wallet and shit like that and drop it in the mailbox. I used to watch the whole setup, son. I was on point. Word. Shout out to Cruising. Shout out to Shorty Dip. You know what I'm saying? They should be out there getting to it. Word. Word up. Rest in peace to Cruising. They should be out there getting to it. I used to be a shorty watching that shit. Me and Nut. We out there breakdancing and I'm watching that shit. Word. Nut used to have me outside with him. Word. Rest in peace to Big Nut, a.k.a. Tito. Yeah, man, I didn't get to meet Tito. I knew Big Nut. I knew Nicholas before he became Tito. I didn't get to meet Tito. A lot of people love them some Tito, boy. Word. A lot of people love some Tito, man. Word. Rest in peace to Tito, man. May he rest in peace, man. Word. Ain't gonna be no crying tonight. We gonna celebrate Big Nut. Word. Nut was a funny motherfucker. You know what somebody's hit me up and said? I never knew this, and I don't know if it's to be facts, so don't stamp it on me and don't be saying I'm capping. Somebody hit me in the DM and was like, yo, they asked me, did I know that was Nut? One of the voices on Love the Dough when they in there playing dice. When they in there playing dice, Love the Dough, they saying one of those voices is Nuts. I don't know how true that is. You know what I'm saying? You know, I do not own the rights to this music, so I hope they don't flag me. But we talking about the homie tonight. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Big Nut. They said this is Nut. Nut is one of the, I know this nigga ain't making another video about me. Okay. Yo, Hassan be bugging, son. Love the Dough, Biggie. They say this is Nut is one of these voices, bro. I don't know how true it is. I don't know how true it is, but somebody hit me up in the DM and said, "Yo, did you know when that was one of them voices and shit?" I said, "I wouldn't put it past them because I remember them. They was all in the studio. They got flicks of them all. Rest in peace, the monster. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. One of his little shooters, my boy Monster, aka Tim. They was in the building with Biggie when he was definitely recording Life After Death. So you know, who knows? That might be right, actual, factual, but I don't know. But somebody hit me with that in the DM. I wouldn't put it past. Nothing up was on the scene. Nothing was on the scene. That's a fact. That's a fact. And he loves to shake them girls, so not like to gamble. He like to roll some dice and do what he do. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of Nut, that's the homie. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have your copy of World and Wise, the CMB story, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you get yourself a copy, man. You know what I'm saying? I got some flicks in here of the peoples, you know what I'm saying? In the story of LG, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Definitely tap in on this. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I was thinking about today when I was reminiscing about the fact that I had to sit here and do this joint for Nut? I said, yo, I'm going to write a fiction, which means fantasy. I'm going to write a fiction story where I'm going to incorporate Nut, Wise, World, and the whole C&B story and the Nut death. I'm going to do it all, but I'm going to revamp the whole shit. Yeah, I'm going to revamp all the characters. I'm going to revamp the projects. I'm going to keep it in the borough. I'm going to keep it in the borough of BK, but I'm going to revamp the projects. I'm going to just revamp everything and tell a whole different story and see. This is all after speaking to Miz, because Miz said he challenged himself with writing something. You know what I'm saying? He challenged himself with writing a movie with no violence, and that is Hate is Animosity. So I'm going to challenge myself to write a fiction story with all these characters and tell an amazing story, but I'm going to twist it all up to the point where everybody can say, oh shit, that was dope. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because Big Nut deserves some love. Big Nut deserves some shine, and I'm going to give it to him. I gave World and Wise their shine. I'm going to give Nut some shine. I'm going to bust my pen. Whoa. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bust my pen. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot on my plate, but I'm going to take the time to bust my pen and do that. I'm going to come up with a name for it and everything, man. One step at a time. I'm going to do that for Big Nut. But listen, man, you know how I do. I come through 6 minutes, Dougie. Say what it is, say what it ain't. I just wanted to come through tonight, you know what I'm saying, and represent and show some love and respect for the big homie, Big Nut. You know what I'm saying? It's been 25 years since we lost him. You know what I'm saying? We love him. We miss him. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't going to stop screaming his name. Not on my watch. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all remember his name. Ivy Davis, Peanut, a.k.a. Nut, a.k.a. Big Nut, a.k.a. Nicholas, a.k.a. Tito. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie. May he rest in peace. And listen, man, you know how I do. I come through 6 minutes, Dougie. I say what it is, say what it ain't. Until next time, salute. R.I.P.